adult solutions. Add-on desires.
Welcome to Adult Solution. My name is T. Kanakadurga. I am teaching you economics, first year economics. In that first year economics, the fifth unit is market analysis. Now we will see what is the meaning of market. Here in the market there are two aspects. One is the purchases and second one is the sales. Right. So in the market there are two activities. One is the purchases, another is the sales. Okay. So where is the purchases and sales are maybe directly or the indirectly will happens, that activity is called as market. Purchases and selling capacity, purchases capacity with selling capacity, that combination purchases with the sales combination is called as market, or directly or indirectly purchases and selling activity is called as market. Why I am used here directly? Directly means there is a relationship between the buyer and seller, maybe the direct means they will meet in a particular place, it is possible. Or nowadays we are purchasing, we are selling the goods through the network, means here there is no direct connection between the buyer and seller. So here buying and selling activity, it may be direct or the indirect, that activity is called as market. So in this unit we are discussing about how many types of markets are there and how the price levels are determined in each individual market. We will see in this market, in this unit, right. So now we will discuss about meaning of market. Market in general is understood as a place where goods and services are sold and purchased. Already I given the definition. Next one, we have understood that markets is a place where selling and purchases of goods or services take place. Means here where that is the place where the buying and selling activity will happen, that a place is called as market. The classifications of market is based on three factors: on the basis of time, on the basis of area, on the basis of competition. Markets are classifying here three basic concepts. On these concepts, markets are classified into many types. First we will discuss about the classifications of market. Right, here time wise, area wise, competition wise. Time wise, markets are divided into three categories. Here first is very short period, means there is no chance of to change of supply little bit also, that is called as very short period. Short period means there is a chance to increase little bit of supply levels, that is called as short period. Right. Long period means there is a chance to change equal to the demand of supply. Means how much the demand we have in the market, equal to that demand we can increase our supply. Why? Because here the time is very sufficient to increase of supply. That period is called as long period market. Very short period market means it is called as market period also, means whatever the supply is ready for sale and the demand, if it is going to increase or decrease but there is no change in supply, that period is called as very short period. For very short period we have another name, that is market period. Next one, short period market means little bit we can change the supply through the demand, but we can't change the supply equal to the demand. That period is called as short period. Next one, long period market. Long period market means there is a chance to equalizing the supply with the demand. So here the time is very sufficient to make the production and increase the supply. That's why this period is called as long period market. Right guys. Next one, area wise, means on the basis of area we are dividing the markets are three types: local market, national market, international market. Okay, local market means buying and purchases and sales relates to the local area within the village, that is called as local market. Means here demand and supply is relates to a particular place. Okay, next one, national market. National market means here buying and selling activities relates to throughout the country, that is called as national market. Next one, international market means purchases and sales is relates to within the countries. So here in the village wise, that is local market; within the states wise, that is a national market; within the countries, that is a international market. Okay guys. Next one, on the basis of competition. On the basis of competition, again markets are classified into two types. One is a perfect competition, second one is a imperfect competition. Here the name itself, perfect competition, means there is a chance of large number of buyers and sellers. They are competing each other. Okay, so nobody cannot determines the price. The market powers will decide the price. That market is called as perfect competition market. In this perfect competition market, here price is constant, so that all the revenues also shows constant. Means price is equals to AR is equals to MR. AR means average revenue, MR means marginal revenue. Means price plus average revenue plus marginal revenue, three are equal in the perfect competition. Right. Next one, imperfect competition. Here the competition is not perfect, that market is called as imperfect. Or not only this feature, but also there is a limitation for the sellers. That market is called as imperfect market. Here in imperfect market, again classified into four types. One is a monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, duopoly. Monopoly means single seller, monopolistic means near to the perfect competition, oligopoly means few sellers, duopoly means two sellers market. This is the classification of market. So time based markets are three types, area based markets are three types, competition based markets are two types. Again imperfect competition market classified into four types. This is the information about the classification of market. Now we will discuss about the perfect competition. Perfect, whenever we will see the word perfect, it means large number of buyers and sellers were located, that is called as perfect competition. Right. So meaning perfect competition is a market structure characterized by a complete absence of rivalry among the individual firms. Means each and every person competing each other. Means buyers are competing each other, sellers also competing each other. Means here competition is there. That competition is like the cut through the neck. In that way, that is called as rivalry among the individual firms. Right. Next one, in which there are large number of firms producing homogeneous. Homogeneous means taste wise, size wise, color wise, that equal to another. Both are, whatever the units we are taking, all the units are in the same features, will call as homogeneous. Next one, firms are free to enter or leave the industry. Here firms are having, there is no objections to enter in the market. If already so many firms are entered in the market, those firms are earning more profits. New firms will attract those profits. They can enter easily without any restrictions. It is one way. Second way, if whatever the firms are in the market, those are facing the losses, immediately they will quit from the market. That is here. Next one, buyers and sellers possess perfect knowledge, perfect mobility of goods and factors of production, and absence of transportation cost. That market is called as perfect competition, right guys? So perfect competition means large number of buyers and sellers, homogeneous product, no one will not decides the price. Okay, they know about the market, transportation cost is 0, and factors of production values also here, prices of factors of production is also same level. Why? Because here in the factors of production means landlords, labor, who are investing, those creditors also competing each other. Because of that, the prices of factors of production is also constant. That type of market is called as perfect competition, right guys? Now we will see what are the characteristics of perfect competition. Number one, large number of buyers and sellers. Already large number of buyers and sellers means there is no limit of buyers and sellers number. Okay, that is first characteristic. Next one, homogeneity of commodities means here all commodities looks like a same quality wise, same color wise, same taste wise, also it should be same. Those are called as homogeneity. That is it is a second characteristics or second feature of the perfect competition. Next one, absence of artificial restrictions means there is no restrictions for enter of new forms or determines the price levels. For whatever the decisions are taken by the sellers or the buyers, there is no restrictions. Okay. Next one, free entry and free exit. When we will enter into the market, whenever already the many firms will be earn profit, then new firms will be interested to enter in the market. So there is no restriction. So free entry is possible and free exit also possible. Whenever when we will exit, whenever we are facing the losses continuously, automatically those firms will be wants to exit from the market. That is no rules for entry and exit. Next one, fifth one, perfect mobility of factors of production and goods. Here mobility means we can move the factors of production one place to another place easily, right? Next one, absence of transportation cost means here in this market there is no chance of transportation expenses. Next one, perfect knowledge of the market by the sellers or the buyers. Here buyers and sellers knows the complete knowledge about the market. That is the seventh characteristic of perfect competition. Now we will discuss about the price determination. Here we have two types of the markets. In each market how the prices will be decided, we will see. In the perfect competition market, already features I completed, characteristics already you know very well. So here large number of buyers and sellers are there, each one competing each other, right? No one will not decide the price. That is here another question is there, who will decide the price in this market? For this answer is market power determines the price level in the perfect competition. Again question, what is the market power? In the market power there are important factors are there. One is demand, second one is supply. Right guys, so market powers are determines the price. In the market power there are two factors are there, one is the demand, second one is the supply, right? So here demand and supply decides the price. First one again we will discuss about the demand. What is the demand? Means it is a purchasing capacity at a given price, given place, given time, that is called as demand. Now we will discuss about the law of demand. What is law of demand? Means law means rule. Rule here, remaining things being equal, if price increases, demand decreases. Price increases, demand decreases. If price decreases, demand goes to high. This is called as law of demand. The relationship between price and demand is inverse relationship. Right guys? So here table. What is the table? In the table we have two columns. Table is there. One is the price, second one is the demand. How many columns table for the demand? Only two columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you will write reverse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the simplest table for demand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Price always in rupees, demand always in units. Here price is increasing, demand goes to decrease. The relationship between price and demand is inverse. When price is 1 rupee, demand is 5. When the price is 5 rupees, demand is only 1 unit. This is the explanation of diagram. Now we will see what is a demand curve. How we will draw. Here we will put the combination, points of combination of P and D, price and demand. Alright guys, so A, B, C, D. You are connecting these points with the straight line. That line is called as DD curve. DD curve means demand curve. It is left to right, downwards. On the OX axis represents the quantity demanded and OY axis represents the price. This is the demand, this is the information about demand curve. Now we will discuss about the supply. Supply means what? First we know about the supply. Supply means it is the selling capacity at a given price, given time, given market is called as supply. Right guys, now we will see what is the law of demand, law of supply. Remaining things being equal means we are not changing other determinants, just we are changing the price. If price increases, supply is also increases. If price decreases, supply is also decreases. Right guys, so here the relationship between price and demand is a direct relationship. Both are increasing, both are decreasing. Right, again here we having two columns. Table, in the first we are taking the price, that is in rupees, and the supply, that is in units. Yes guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why I am taken same numbers? Why? Because here the relationship between the price and supply is direct. Both are increasing, both are will goes to decrease. Right. So here the relationship between the price and the supply is direct. Okay ma. Now we will draw the supply curve. What is the supply? Selling capacity. Both are increasing, so the curve will goes to left to right, upwards, that is a SS curve. SS means supply curve. It is in shape of left to right, upwards, that is the positive slope. What is it ma? Positive slope means left to right, upwards. How is it? Left to right, upwards. What is the curve? Supply curve shows left to right, upwards. Okay. So this is the information about the supply. Now we will draw the common table. Within one table we are taking three column. One is the price, second one is the demand, third one is supply. Yes guys, so in the price column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, demand 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Supply 1, 2, 3, 4. Here at third rupee, at 3 rupees price, demand and supply both are equal. That is called as equilibrium. What is that guys? Equilibrium. So means here demand and supply both are equal. That is called as equilibrium. So here I am taken from the textbook table, that is price 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and the supply 20, 30. It is increasing. It is also increasing. So price increases, demand will be goes to decrease 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Simplest table in economics, that is price determination under the perfect competition. Now we will go through the diagram. Okay, already I drawn two independent curves, that is demand curve alag, supply curve different. Now we are adding two curves in single diagram. OX axis represents quantity supply and demand. Quantity supply and demand. OY axis represents the price level. Okay guys, here demand curve shows left to right downwards. So here demand curve has the negative slope. Okay ma. Supply curve, how is it? It has positive slope. Okay. These two curves are intersected at one place, that is E point. Okay, this E point is called as equilibrium. Why it is called as equilibrium means here demand and supply both are equal. Okay, that is 30 rupees. Okay, quantity is 40 kgs. What here equal? Demand and supply both are equal at which point? That is equilibrium point, E point. If any seller wants to exit from the market quickly, because of that seller decrease the price P to P1. So all the buyers will purchase from that seller, so that demand will be goes to increase. Supply is less, many people are buying from him, so that supply low, demand high. So it is not called as equilibrium point. If one man thinks I produced that commodity at best level of factors of production, so that I can decide, I will determine the high level of the price, that is P2. If he thinks like what will be happens in the market, we will see. If the price increases, here sellers also competing, buyers also competing each other. Because of that, here buyer means consumer. Consumer ultimate goal to get the maximum satisfaction at the minimum price. So here price increases, but remaining sellers are selling at low price. So they can purchase from them, but they will not purchase from this man who raises the price. So here demand will goes to decrease and supply shows high. Is it good for market? Good for seller? No. So that immediately that man will be goes to decrease at P only. Clear guys? So this way we can decide in the perfect market as a price determination. Okay ma? So OX axis represents supply and demand, OY axis represents the price, SS is a supply curve, DD is the demand curve, both are intersected at E. So here we can write like this also. Supply is more than demand. Here demand is, demand is more than supply. Here demand is less than supply. Okay guys, it is a way to write the explanation of price determination under the perfect competition. It is very important for 10 marks. Okay ma?
Add-on solutions. Add-on